and villains. A family trip takes a traumatic turn.
He looked dead. His eyes were rolled back. I thought for sure he was already gone.
When this husband and stepfather stops breathing and needs life-saving help.
If we stop now, there's no hope for him.
August 27, 2011, Rapid City, South Dakota. A beautiful summer day in the City of Presidents, where just west of the city stretches the Black Hills mountain range, home to famed Mount Rushmore. Rapid City police officer Kathleen Phillips is on routine patrol when at 7:25 p.m. she hears an emergency call over the police radio. A man has lost consciousness. Phillips, just blocks away, immediately responds, her dashboard camera rolling.
I got out of the car as quickly as I could and ran up to see what was going on and saw a man unconscious in the front passenger seat.
44-year-old Jeff Siemens, traveling through South Dakota with his family, is in full cardiac arrest.
He looked pretty ashen, gray in color. He wasn't breathing. He just kind of slumped over to the side.
Molly, come out here! Oh my God! I need help getting him out of the car.
Siemens' wife Patricia is on the phone with 911 as his stepdaughter Lily anxiously looks on. Phillips knows she has to act quickly.
He needed to have chest compressions. I grabbed an arm and tried to pull as hard as I could, and I didn't get very far. He was probably about double my size. And so I asked his wife for help.
We need to get him up here, man. Come on. We need to get him up here.
When we were pulling him out of the car, she said, I can't do it.
I can't lift him! I can't do it!
I tried to count 1, 2, 3 to get her to do it with me, but it just wasn't working very well.
Okay, 1. I can't! 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. Jeff! Jeff! Honey, baby! Please!
We weren't able to get him up the hill.
Oh, dear God! Come on, Chris. Hurry, please, hurry! Oh, dear God! Back up.
Just when things look grim, fellow officer Christopher Hunt arrives and immediately helps Phillips lift Siemens.
I was able to start doing chest compressions on him right away.
Phillips knows the odds of Siemens surviving are slim. 92% of those who suffer sudden cardiac arrest outside of a hospital don't make it. And Siemens has now been in full arrest for close to 4 minutes.
He wasn't responding. He wasn't breathing. He didn't look at me. Nothing. He was just laying there.
If we didn't get things going quickly, he was losing brain function every second that we waited.
Officer Michael Freibarger arrives next, carrying an automated external defibrillator, or AED, a device used to deliver an electric shock to the heart.
When someone's in a full cardiac arrest, their heart hasn't actually stopped. It's in what's called fibrillation, which means just quivering, and so it's not actually pumping anything out. What the AED does is it stops the heart completely, and then someone needs to be there to administer the chest compressions to get it going on a proper rhythm again.
Freibarger attaches 2 pads to Siemens' chest. After a quick scan, the interactive AED detects the fibrillation and recommends a shock.
Everyone stayed back, pressed the button, and a shock was administered.
Don't touch, stay back.
When the man was shocked, his whole body jumps. To see his whole body tense up and jump, it's kind of surreal.
Still didn't have much hope that things were going to go okay for this man.
As the officers continue giving compressions, a woman approaches. The woman explains she's an off-duty nurse and offers to assist.
Let me know if I'm doing things right.
She jumped in right away and started doing chest compressions with us.
But even with this Good Samaritan's help, Siemens needs to get to a hospital if he's going to survive.
It seemed like it took forever for medical to get there.
Though it may have seemed like forever to those at the scene, paramedics arrived 6 minutes after the initial call.
Oh my God! I did it right.
To assist the EMTs, officers Hunt and Freibarger moved Siemens up the small hill to more level ground.
It didn't feel like I was lifting a person. It felt like I was lifting a dead body.
Paramedics immediately take charge of Siemens' care.
Pretty much right away, they gave another shock using our AED, and then they started hooking him up to IVs and putting him on the backboard and continuing the CPR.
But after more than 6 minutes in cardiac arrest, Siemens is still not responding.
I still didn't feel very good about his chances of survival.
He didn't really know what was going to happen.
Honey, stay with me. Don't give up.
My heart had stopped a total of 6 times.
Against all odds, Jeff Siemens survives.
I had 3 blocked arteries. 2 were 100% blocked, 1 was 90% blocked.
After he's rushed to the hospital, Jeff remains in critical condition, kept alive by a ventilator. Doctors perform emergency open heart surgery, and after 2 days on life support, Jeff's heartbeat stabilizes.
By some miracle, I became conscious, and I was breathing on my own, and my heart was working on its own.
Jeff spends a week in recovery before leaving the hospital. Several months later, he sees the police dashcam video for the first time.
I guess the toughest part of the whole thing is hearing my wife beg me to stay with her. That's the hardest part, just to stay with her.
Jeff is at a loss to describe the gratitude he feels to the first responders who saved his life.
There's no way to thank someone enough. How do you thank someone for giving you life again?
It's just great to see that I had a part in keeping that family together.
I think about him every day, especially when I put on my uniform. It's what we're here for. That's why we're called to do what we do, to save someone who needs your help.